So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Radio Works World. My name is Gill. I am the Miracle Molecule host. And today I'm having my fourth light-hearted conversation, but this is a very special one for me, with the most amazing Dr. Neslyn Watson-Drouet. Hello.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm very good, thank you. I've been talking a lot today, listening a lot today, so I've been doing my favorite things.
Perfect.
What's not to like, basically, about all that?
And you're just so beautiful with it, Gill.
Oh, thank you, darling. So I'm very honoured to have Neslyn on today. Just to say that Neslyn wrote the foreword to my book, The Heart of a Woman. I'm very grateful for that. And she said some very lovely things. So she has a very special place in my heart. But I know her, but in order for you to know her, in case you don't, I'm going to ask Neslyn to tell us what she does, what she's passionate about, what her businesses are all about.
Wow, Gill, what a wonderful opening. You know, Gill, when you have a desire to be the best in the world, when you have the energy, the drive, the determination, and that very strong conviction of empowerment. That's what I do. I enable leaders to be their best. I bring out the greatness in leaders.
Yes, you do. And you do it in the most graceful way.
Thank you.
You do. You know, there's no angst about it. It's all in a wonderful, straightforward, but in a very feminine way as well. And I love that about you, because I think, sometimes in business, even in women, whether they're in the corporate world or in business, we tend to become a little bit masculine at times. And I've, had to rethink and I've learned myself that I was perhaps a little bit too much in my masculine energy for the longest time, trying too hard, basically. Yes. And I'm really enjoying now kind of embracing with people like you, actually, who are such a beacon of an example of how you can be a successful businesswoman, but you can also be very feminine and totally graceful, but also very powerful in what you do.
Thank you. And when I'm having fun, Gill, I really rap. I rap with it. And yesterday I was at Guy's Hospital. It was the Health Science Academy, so they had Lewisham and Guy's and King's together, and the title was really expanding your potential. And so I gave the keynote speech there, and in the afternoon I was running a workshop, and I really needed to get your energy up. So I was just talking and rapping. And she's such a character.
So I love that. I love the fact that you can be lovely and graceful, but also how to have a bit of fun as well, and that's really so special, isn't it?
That's about Jill. If you're not really enjoying life, if you can't have fun, what's the point?
Well, exactly, absolutely, and that's what I've discovered. I was taking life far too seriously, I think. Yeah. Anyway, so you're going to give us an opportunity at the end, or I'm going to give you an opportunity at the end, I should say, to tell us a bit more about your business. But this actual show is actually all about you, Neslyn. Neslyn, the lady behind the business, behind the brand, behind the empowerment, behind, all of the things that you do, so that we can get to know a little bit more about you and your rapping skills, perhaps, as well.
It's a new one for you, isn't it?
Yes, it is a new one for me. Slightly shocked. So now, just to tell everybody that Neslyn, you don't know what I'm going to ask you, Neslyn, do you?
I have no idea. I am just right in your hands.
So what I do is I ask everybody the same questions, and on the whole, I prefer it if people don't watch other people's shows, because I want your answers to be very spontaneous and off the cuff. Because I ask the same questions to everybody, just to tell you. So here we go, Neslyn. We're going to get going. And the first thing I'm going to do is create a little scenario for you.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm putting you in a hotel, and
Yeah,
you're in a very nice posh hotel, by the way.
I
And you're
like it.
going, yes, you like it already. You're going up to the top floor to have a very, very nice lunch.
Yeah.
And you're going to get into the elevator on the lift on the ground floor, and you're going to go right up to the top. But between floors 6 and 7, the elevator or lift gets stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are two good pieces of news here. Well, there's actually one piece of bad news and two good pieces of news. So the bad news is that you're going to be there for 2 or 3 hours.
Well,
But
that's all right.
the good news is that you've got windows, so you're not going to become claustrophobic. And the other news is that you had one person that got in the lift with you, and I'm going to ask you who you would choose that person to be. If you could choose anybody in the world, anybody dead or alive that you would want to spend 2 or 3 hours with, to ask all the questions that you've always wanted to ask and spend time with, who would that person be?
Oh, that person would have to be my grandma, who is no longer alive. My paternal grandma. She was just such an influential person in my life. Amazing woman. I was her first grandchild, the first girl. She had 2 boys. She loved me dearly. She was a grandma from I suppose, old colonialism, Scottish and Irish, and first generation white. And when she married a black man, she was disinherited because in those days it wasn't something that you do. And she really taught me feminism. And although we wouldn't know it as feminism at that time, but she made me recognize how important it is for a woman to be herself. And to be very confident. She gave me the very best. I used to laugh, with my schoolmates and said, "I'm wearing silk knickers." Because my grandma made sure I had the best, and I grew up wearing silk knickers.
Actually, you still wear a lot of silk. I have noticed that. So she's obviously instilled. I don't want to know about your knickers today, I have to say.
You see, you weren't expecting anything like that. You were expecting all of this corporate stuff.
Brilliant. Oh dear. Okay, what was your grandmother's name?
Maud.
Okay. So in this lift then with Maud, I'm going to magic you up because you're missing lunch. I'm going to magic you up your lunch, and it's going to be on the lovely, lovely white tablecloth with lovely silver and china and glasses. So I'd like you to share with us what food you would like to share with your grandma and drink. What would you like to eat? What do you like to eat and drink?
Okay, well, I love it already because, it's beautiful tablecloth, and it's something that my grandma loved. She used to do beautiful embroidery. So we're having fun here now. And for me, it's mainly fish and vegetables because I don't eat meat. So, and of course, in terms of drink, I'm not sure how much you know that I'm a champagne guzzler.
That's excellent news, because so am I, because I don't think that any other drink comes anywhere close to champagne. And,
Exactly.
and particularly and if you really want to know, I particularly like Veuve Clicquot. There we go. It's out there.
It's out there. It's absolutely out there. Yes. And so, you are going to start off with me. My first course will probably be lobster.
Oh, okay.
Lobster champagne.
I love your expensive taste.
What else, my darling? And for the main course, I would love it to be halibut. And if you can't give me halibut, then please, ma'am, would you be kind enough to give me swordfish? Because I would love that.
Okay, swordfish. And are you going to give your grandma a dessert of some sort?
Yes, if I were to give her dessert, what will we're mainly having. Well, I'm married to a Frenchman.
Are you? I didn't know that.
Well, Peter Drouet. Well, Peter Drouet is from the Channel Islands, but is very French influenced. So we are going to we're going to have cheese before the dessert.
Yes.
Not after the sweets, as it were.
Yes.
So we'll have some very good goat's cheese, because there are lots of other ones that I don't bother with. So we'll have.
I am definitely joining this lunch, by the way, because you said all the things that I love: champagne, fish, vegetables, and goat's cheese.
Yes, and so we will have fruit. Top, and because it is summer now, you see, we're going to have very good homemade chocolate cake. It's not something that you're going to buy out there. It's going to be homemade, and it's going to be topped up with blackberries and raspberries and the black currants and yogurt. Okay. No cream.
Well,
yogurt.
This is a bit spooky, because it's virtually the sort of thing that I would love to eat as well. So I just knew that we were soulmates, you see. We've always known that, really, haven't we?
Yes, absolutely.
We'll have to go out to dinner, Neslyn, because we know what we're going to eat. We're just going to be able to get on with gossiping, because we can just, we just eat that glorious food.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And it has to be very high class restaurant, because I'm severely allergic to monosodium glutamate, which is additives that they put into food, and I will pass out. So I'm not. Yes,
I've witnessed that.
Yes. So don't let me pass out. Give me the very best.
Yes. Well, if we could get everybody off MSG, that would be great. But I do know that you have a particular sensitivity to it. Yeah. So it's a big warning to everybody. Okay, fabulous. I'm loving it already. Okay, so the next thing I'd like you to do is to cast your mind back to when you were 18.
Yes.
So I'd like you to share with us where you were living, what you were doing, what was happening for you at 18.
Okay, so at 18, I was on the verge of coming to the UK. It just depends on what point of the 18th. So I came to the UK from Jamaica in the March. Yeah. So I was working with the Ministry of Communications and Works in Jamaica, and having a wonderful time. Yes, it was there that I met some of the engineers who told me about what England was like, because I had always wanted to be a nurse, and my choice was either to go to Canada to study nursing, Commonwealth countries, or to come to the mother country. So why would you want to go to a sister country, even though we're a small island and Canada is a big country? You'd want to come to mother country. So I came to mother country.
Okay, and where did you do your training?
Okay, well, I came to Ashford, Kent, to do my general training. And when I got there, I was told that the School of Nursing was no longer offering the state registered nursing training, the SRN training. It had been downgraded to state enrolled nurse training. And so I eventually, after a while, I went to Tunbridge Wells to do my general training in Tunbridge Wells. So I did my SRN training in Tunbridge Wells. When I came to England, the intention was to return to Jamaica as a public health nurse, which is what we call health visitors here. Yeah. And in order to work as a public health nurse in Jamaica, I also had to be a midwife and have had some experience of midwifery under my belt, because when you are in the rural areas of Jamaica, if a woman were to have obstructed labor, you need to know what to do. So midwifery was a means to an end. But Jill, I was converted in midwifery. It is one of the professions that I have so enjoyed. And it is one of the points when I have really come closest to God. To be witness and also to be of support to a family when another life is coming into earth. I don't think there's any greater privilege.
I absolutely agree with you. Well, other than being with somebody, it's also a privilege, of course, as well, isn't it?
Yes. It's great. It's a great privilege to be with a family at that time.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, and can you remember what music you were listening to at that time, Neslyn?
Joan Armour trading. Strumming it, girl.
Oh, I loved her. I used to call her Joan Armour plating.
No, Joan Armour trading. Yes, and I was introduced to opera by by the World Service, and so yeah.
Yeah.
I would listen to some operas
Okay,
as well.
so this is getting weirder and weirder because I love Joan Armour plating, as you know, that I'm a singer and I love opera as well. But yes, here we go. You are definitely my soul sister. Okay,
and Jim Reeves, and then I would listen to Jim Reeves. You see, when I have longingness in my heart and things like that, I would. That's taking us back.
Yeah, Jim Reeves is a bit before my time, I have to say.
Yes.
Just saying, just putting that out there. Okay, so that's 18. So then, what were you doing by the time you got to 35?
Oh my goodness, where am I now? Oh gosh, where am I now? What year was I 35? Jill, I was born in 1949. You better work that out for me.
So it's 1986, 1984.
Oh, 1984. I was, oh my goodness.
How old are you?
Yes,
when were you born?
I was 1949.
1949, yeah. So 30, 31 now is 1984, yeah. 1939, the 40s. Oh, God. 1939, did you say?
1949.
1949. Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 84, yeah. 84.
1984. So what was I doing in 84? In 84, I was a teacher.
Teaching nursing?
Yes, I was a teacher. I taught in the further education sector as well as at Garnet Teacher Training College. I was teaching health promotion at Garnet Teacher Training College. And that's where, when I reviewed your book, I said, I wish I had your book at that time of my life, when I was teaching health promotion, because you have so many beautiful concepts in your book, and it's so beautifully written, easy to get over the importance of health promotion. So I was a teacher.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think one of the and you in case everybody doesn't know, I nursed too. I got what was an RGN, which was the equivalent of an SON, which you got, and I didn't do it for that long. But what my book is all about is because we worked with the National Health Service, which is actually a national illness service, isn't it, Neslyn?
Yeah.
It picks you up when you're already ill, and really my focus for the last few years, prevention and reversal of disease rather than on symptomatic relief, and I know that if we'd have got that message out much earlier. I mean, in fact, Dr. Christian Barnard says, the heart surgeon, a book actually, and he said, I've saved the lives of 150 people. Known more and worked more in the preventative medicine arena, I would have saved the lives of 150 million.
Exactly.
And it's all about taking responsibility and knowing what to do, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay, brilliant. So so that was 35. Now I've got some quick fire questions for you, Neslyn.
Go for it.
So you just have to choose one or the other. So are you a TV or a radio girl?
I'm a radio girl. A radio in the sense that I listen to radio in the mornings. I'm not a TV girl, apart from very selected times when I will watch the finals of the tennis. I don't have time to watch television. I don't even know how to turn it on. I have to call my husband to turn on the television. Please don't laugh. It's pathetic. I don't know how to turn on the TV.
Oh dear! Did you watch the? Do you watch the Cardiff Singer of the World?
Yes, I will. I will mainly listen. Because it's on radio as well as in the TV. So I watch some of it,
Yeah.
And as much as I love opera, when operas are on the television, I don't bother with it either, because
Yeah.
there is nothing like the live performance. So,
No, no. Yeah.
and especially if I've seen that particular live performance, I don't want to
Yeah.
see it on a box.
And you went to watch some Gluck the other day, didn't you?
Yes, I love life. I love life. And, on Sunday, I will be going with one of my girlfriends to Holland Park for the dress rehearsal of Zaza. And then I will go back with Peter to see that. So, just love life. Go to Glyndebourne, love life.
So your husband's called Peter too?
Yeah, my husband is called Peter Drouet. Yes. You're laughing already. Is your husband Peter?
Yeah.
There you go.
Too weird. Okay, so we did TV and radio. So fiction or non-fiction?
Non-fiction.
Okay. Are you the oldest, middle, or youngest child?
Oldest.
Oldest?
Yes.
Okay. I get a lot of those. And at school, were you the goody two-shoes, the class clown? Were you a bit of a handful, Neslyn, or were you slightly under the radar all the time?
Never under the radar. I was fairly precocious.
You were really what?
Precocious.
Oh, precocious. Oh, okay.
Yes.
We'll just leave that there, shall we?
Yes.
And Neslyn, what's your best habit?
Oh, my very best habit is meditation.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your worst habit?
Oh, I can, I'm a Cancerian, so there are times when I can be quite gloomy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my emotions can be quite strong. Yeah. However, when I am tempted to be gloomy, I go out into the garden, and within minutes it's gone. I really don't know. I don't know, just because I'm connected with the earth, and I just love being with nature, and yeah.
So is that something that you do to relax? What do you do to relax?
No, it's just that kind of. So what I do to relax, I listen to music. I will do some yoga. Sometimes I'll stretch. I love walking. I walk for miles at times. So yeah.
Okay. And do you have any nicknames, Neslyn?
Not really. Sometimes Peter will call me Nez rather than Neslyn, but I don't really have a nickname.
Okay. And you know that I love to sing.
Yes.
So if I was on stage and I got you up with me to sing,
yes.
what would be your karaoke song?
Oh my gosh, what would be my karaoke song? Oh, I don't know. Is there anything like that says, let's have a good life? Yes. Don't do much karaoke. So,
no.
So anything
That's why I'm asking you.
Anything that says, let's have a good life. Singing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain. There you go.
We can do that. I'm up for
that. We can do that. Yes.
Okay. All right. So I have another kind of little scenario for you. So just to give you the background, not last year, but the year before, my husband and I, we've been married all together for 35 years this year. We went off to America for a whole month. We were going to a wedding in Yellowstone Park, and we built a whole holiday around it. Well, in fact, we didn't. It was a travel consultant that organised all the flights for us and all the hotels. So all we could do was just drive. We did 3,300 miles in a month in 8 states. It was the most fantastic time. And we were together for 24 hours a day, apart from one day, when my husband took a motorbike into the Utah desert or whatever he did. And we didn't have a crossword the whole time that we were away. So I'd like to know who you would take with you. If I organised a holiday like that so that it was all taken care of to wherever you wanted to go, who would you take with you that you could guarantee you would not have a crossword with for the whole month?
Oh, it would be Peter.
Oh, That's good.
We've been married for 35 years as well.
Have you? There you go.
Amazing.
Oh, dearie me. Okay.
I can't remember the last time we had a crossword. We don't. No, we don't quarrel. We don't. No, we don't have that. No.
No. Wonderful. Brilliant. Okay. And getting back to music.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this series is going to be transcribed for anybody that wants to be put into a book that is called Your Heart Matters.
Yes.
Light-hearted conversations with people of significance, and you are certainly a significant person to me.
Would you believe it?
And this book is going all around the world in 80 days with the Ben Salmi family. You know, they're going, as you know, they're going off in October.
Yes.
So we're going to produce a book and do everybody's interview and put it in the book. But also what I'm doing is I'm making a playlist, a song list or music list. And I'm asking each one of my guests to choose one track. Mm-hmm. And that track has to be a piece of music that makes them feel light-hearted.
And yes, so it will have to be the Meister Singer and definitely the Wooing of Ava.
The Wooing of Ava. Okay. Brilliant. Well, I'm quite happy, very happy to have that. We have had some classical music as well as some others. I think Marina chose Mozart, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I'm very happy to have some classical music on my playlist. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you know that my passion nowadays is health and well-being and health, wealth, and prosperity, and particularly the heart, based on my book, The Heart of a Woman. Yes. So, would you mind sharing with us what you do to look after your physical heart? So you, in terms of your well-being, your wellness. So what do you do to take care of that? And also, what do you do to take care of your spiritual and emotional heart, the heart that you have?
Okay, so taking care of my physical heart, I start with the food I eat. I'm very conscious of the food that I put into my body, as it were. And then exercise, I do some exercise. I meditate and mindfulness. And, you know, I start off my day with mindfulness, as a matter of fact, and end my days with mindfulness. You know, in my life, Gill, am I 68 years old, 68 years young, I've never had a headache or a backache.
Young,
and I put that down to the fact that, you know, if something bothers me, as I said, I am a fairly emotional person. If I feel something that bothers me, it gets addressed, it gets dealt with. I don't carry things over. So my heart needs to be at peace. Yeah. Needs to be at peace. So that's a bit of physical and spiritual mixed up. But as I said, in summary, and I do take supplements. Yes, I do take supplements and the fish oils and things like that. And you notice how beautiful my skin is.
And a lot of people misunderstand. Oh, sorry.
I said, you notice how beautiful my skin is.
Well, she's frozen. I hope we're not going to lose her.
I'm back.
Come back.
Hello. You're back? You're there?
Join us again. Maybe she needs to go out and come back in again. The supplement debate is quite an interesting one, and it's one that I'm very passionate about because you know, there is definitely a massive place for supplementation in the world because our food is so, she's back, is so poor in terms of quality because, you know, nowadays you have to eat 8 oranges to get the same amount of vitamin A that you did 50 years ago with 1 orange and 4 cauliflowers to get the same amount of vitamin C as you did. So supplementation is a big part, I believe, this is what I do in terms of functional nutrition, is filling the gaps. But you just have to be really careful about the supplementation takes. I've said, and we just bit. Yeah, agreed. She's good. Yeah, agreed. Okay. So before we close, thank you very much. Before we close, though, I'd like you to share with us a little bit about what's coming up for you in the next month and maybe up to Christmas, what you're excited about, what projects have you got going?
I am passionate about a mastermind program, and so I am looking for another 3 people to join a mastermind program with Marina and myself. I have leadership webinars that are running at the moment, and of course coaching. As you know, I'm very focused around coaching, and it is the summer. I am enjoying the garden, so I am doing less. And up to October, so from the 2nd of November, I'm back into full work mode, as it were. But in October, Peter and myself will be going to Ireland. We go to the Wexford Opera Festival each year over the last decade. So I am very much looking forward to that. And we will have a short holiday in Europe in September. So, right now it's really enjoying the garden and a little bit of work, not an awful lot of work. I'm learning to have a work-life balance.
Hooray! you know that Mrs. Barham will approve of that, or Dr. Barham, I should say.
Dr. Barham would approve of that. Absolutely.
And so I will put your website up. So this is one of your websites, Beacon Organisational Development. So people can find you there.
And if they want to see my books, they can go to neslyn.com /books.
Let me just put that one in here as well, because they'll be able to see this one too. So let's just put that one in. Because as they're watching this now or on the replay, they'll be able to get to 2 of those. And you have a Facebook page as well. I know if you just type in Dr. Neslyn Watson Drury there, they'll find you there as well. So thank you so much. I've so enjoyed my light-hearted conversation with who it turns out to be is my twin. I hope you've enjoyed our conversation too.
I have indeed. I have. Would you believe it? Married to Peter, 35 years married.
like chocolate cake and avocado and
and we're nurses and have a background in traveled the sacred
and
path.
Music and opera and who knew.
I so loved it. I'm so pleased I didn't watch any of the others.
It's so much more fun when you don't watch anybody else's. It's great fun. Okay, my lovely. Well, thank you so much for being so generous, and I love you to bits anyway. So I'm hoping to see you really soon. And if anybody wants to connect with Neslyn, can they find out about your project that you're doing with Marina, the Radio Works World? Is that on the Beacon site? Where will they get information about that?
I think they go to Radio Works World for that.
Okay, so okay, we'll put a link somewhere as well so that they can go to that. If you could send me the link to that, if you've got it, or I'll ask Marina and she can send me a link to how.
Yeah, Dari's working on that.
Daria's working on it. Okay, all right. So you've got 3 places left, you said, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay. All right, my lovely. Well, have a fantastic day, and I'm going to see you real soon.
See you soon. Thank you for this lovely opportunity to have light-hearted conversation.
Yeah, we should have it. We should do it every week.
I think so. I'd love it. Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Bye.